Okay, who is for taking some of the stress out of holiday meal planning? I don't know about you, but I definitely am one of them. Hi, this is Jan. Welcome to another episode of my channel, the Save Money More with Jan channel. Let's jump right into it right this very minute. One of the best things that you could do if your family loves it, okay, is get a pre-done holiday ham. Okay, you don't have to go to the fancy schmancy. You could buy the ones in the can. You could find a couple of them even at the Dollar Tree, the smaller version. And the company begins with the letter D, and I believe it's DAK. They take the stress out. You could get a larger one. It's pre-cooked. You know it's going to be good every time. You could dress it up. You could dress it down as part of your Christmas dinner as part of it. The other thing that I personally like to do is I don't bother to make a lasagna. Don't get me wrong, I love lasagna. It's really good, but it is tedious work. The pre-cooked ones, those noodles do not taste the same as the ones I like, and the ones I like, let's put it this way, take a lot more work. I'm not interested in a lot more work during the crazy times that we get through during holidays. I like to reduce it. I like simplicity. I am just as happy with baked ziti. It does the same trick for me. Find something that works for you. I actually create my and assemble my baked ziti trays like at least a week or two before Christmas. They are done. All I have to do is pop them in the oven. I could take them down the day before and they're like semi defrosted, not 100%. Just throw it in the oven. So easy peasy. I'll be entertaining a family and not worried about so much as, constantly, staring at stuff in the kitchen. I don't want to be the hostess with the mostest that never gets to spend time with the guests. You see where I'm going with that. So basically, I don't do lasagna. I also like to make my meatballs in advance. I make mini meatballs to go with my baked ziti. It tastes so good. I put that with the ricotta cheese and I put that with my mozzarella. Let's talk about mozzarella for a minute. Get the block of mozzarella and grate it yourself. Tastes 2000% better than the one that's shredded in the bag. Don't get me wrong, for everyday stuff, the shredded one, the bag will do perfectly fine. Throw it on, bread, make your own pizza with that. But this one really is the best one, like for a special, for the holiday time, if your budget allows. Okay, if your budget allows. I also like to make bigger meatballs to keep in the freezer. Anytime I want to do a sub sandwich, just pop them down, throw it in, heat it up, put some sauce and throw it on a sub. I mean, it's so easy, so much easier that way. Take the stress out. I can always assemble a salad at the last minute to go with everything. But the pre cooked meats, whether it's pre cooked ham or chicken or turkey or whatever, you could take a minute to consider that. That may cost you a few dollars more, whatever, but to me, Janet, it is worth it because the time spent with the family is also important as saving a buck or two, if not more important. Let me see. I add my own. Yeah, I mentioned the meatballs, and yeah, that's like definitely a big help. It, by the way, that's a good idea throughout the year. I'm just saying. Excuse me for hearing the pages turn. Let me see. Yeah, shredding your own block of mozzarella is much better. Also, the same rule goes for grated Parmesan cheese. The powdery cheese is great for, I would say, 90% of the year, in my opinion. But at least for the holidays, you may consider getting an actual block of Parmesan, Reggiano cheese, and grating it at home. It's just to me, I notice a huge taste difference, textural difference to me. If it doesn't matter to you, then it doesn't matter to you, and that's what counts. That is what counts, okay? Um, and include easy appetizers that don't require slicing, dicing, and chopping. Example, baby carrots. Another example, olives. Another example, cans of artichoke hearts. Artichoke, I say, but it's artichoke. Artichoke hearts. All done up. Put these salads together. Chickpeas also makes a definitely a great salad any time of the year. Love garbanzo bean salad. Just a little Italian dressing, chopped fresh onion, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of white pepper. It's just really, really good. These are things you do not have to. You could take away the fact that you're not spending all day long slicing and dicing, and you're putting together a guaranteed flavor thing. Like that's not the day to like experiment, in my opinion. You might agree or disagree. I don't use the holidays when I'm gathering with friends or relatives as the time to experiment with a recipe. I rather experiment with a recipe during ordinary time, for any weeknight. If it's a flop, oh well, we're the only ones that know about it, but the whole world doesn't have to know about it. And it gives me a chance to perfect that recipe. Find things that work for you. I enjoy, for example, those roasted peppers that are the appetizer that's already done up in the jar, the marinated one. They are delish. Depending on where you live, they could be on the costly side. Again, I reserve this kind of type of appetizer for special times of the year. I guess that's what makes it special. Now, if you're on a really tight budget, or slash you're just having a tiny gathering of your immediate family only, that's totally fine. Um, why not consider getting a pre-done barbecue chicken and baking up some wonderful roasted white potatoes, red potatoes, or even sweet potatoes, or all of them all together. So everybody has a choice. The potatoes are so inexpensive, relatively speaking, and using that as like the side dish or whatever. Or if you just enjoy your stuffing, that's totally fine too. Whatever you want to do, or some mac and cheese. Do simple things. These things can be made ahead of time. See, this is the trick. Instead of spending a whole day of the day of the holiday, whichever holiday it is, in the kitchen the whole time, there are other things I'm sure you want to do. Maybe take a special bath or pick out a special outfit, or you have to address some phone calls, at the last minute, or you just want to sit down and spend more time with your guests, with your friends, or your family. By doing everything at the last minute, that's not going to happen. And, especially like getting those pre-done roasted hams, that's a great idea. Doesn't have to be the ones that you see like in the hundreds of dollars range. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Believe it or not, just get like a good old canned one that you already know, guaranteed. You've had it in the past. You could dress the appearance of it up and down if you want to put some pretty, pineapple slices or cherries outside to make it look really, really cute. You see where I am going with this. As far as desserts go, the sky is the limit. You could go from the sublime to the ridiculous. I mentioned recently on a video about making no-bake pies. Those are so easy. And thank you, Money Mom, again, for showing us that there is such a thing as instant coconut pudding, which I was shocked to learn. I don't know if it's a new addition or I just ignored it. I don't know what it is. But the coconut shreds are actually, and the flavoring, inside that pudding. You don't have to go out and buy a bag of coconut. This is what makes it so unique, in my opinion. So you could do something as simple as that. You could buy, or if you have, for example, you could get a bundt cake mix and turn that, and if you have a bundt pan, you could turn that into a decorative piece. You can make it look like a centerpiece on your table by making it look like a Christmas wreath, and like doing some green and red food coloring to make it look like a wreath. Not only is it a decorative centerpiece, but something your family's going to eat on the cheap, and it looks so festive. Get those colorful sprinkles, the funfettis, things of that nature. We can do it. You can do it. Holiday meal planning does not have to be complicated. And when it comes to beverages, you could throw together your favorite seltzer and juices and stuff that you have on hand, or just, look up some recipes with juices or drinks, put it together and make a big old punch with a punch bowl. Nothing spells party more than a punch bowl, in my opinion. You don't have to get the expensive punch bowl if you only use it 2 or 3 times a year. In my opinion, I wouldn't go for the very expensive punch bowl. If I see something very reasonable, or just something that looks like a cute, expensive punch bowl, but it's not really, I would go for those fake out looking ones. It does the same trick, but it really, really dresses up a holiday or a special occasion. So these are all simple to do, affordable ideas that hopefully maybe you'll use some of them. All right. I'll be back in the future with more ideas, towards, when we get closer to the New Year's Eve time of the year. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate everybody's time. Have a great day. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.